Well, many students will be heading back to school in just a couple of weeks, but they'll have some challenges to overcome.
That's right. Today we learned the results from the iLearn assessment test. This was from last year, and it shows slight gains in improvement across many grades. Karen joins us in studio with more on the results and some of the challenges that are ahead now so that Indiana students can become more proficient.
Yeah, well, the good news is that many students are not going backwards in terms of proficiency, but we still have a small number of students who are experiencing some challenges. They have not accelerated in their learning. And as I mentioned, that small number of students, they showed a decline in English and in math. As Indiana students prepare for the upcoming school year, education leaders are finding ways to help them better succeed.
We have to, and we must continue at the state level and at the local level to triple down on making sure all kids can read.
On Wednesday, Secretary of Education Dr. Katie Jenner says the latest iLearn assessment shows slight gains in student achievement, but there's still a lot of work to be done. This graph shows about 40% of Indiana students are at or above proficiency in both English language arts and math. That means about 60% of students still need help. This next graph, perhaps the most telling. It breaks down the results based on ethnicity. Asian and white students outpacing other ethnicities, especially Black and Hispanic students.
If we don't solve this in that third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, we have no shot at improving those numbers.
No shot at improving proficiency in the years to come. Now, the State Department of Education has plans in the works to help schools, educators, and students boost their academic success to help them.
So, Karen, how did we get to this point?
Yeah, long story, but education leaders say this has been a systemic issue. It's not something that started during the pandemic. However, that did have an impact on some kids' learning. Now, they also say, for example, they looked at pre-COVID data, and they said that Hispanic students, African-American students were still around 20 to 25 percentage points below the state average when it comes to proficiency in reading. So that's another telltale sign that, again, this is something that did not just happen during the pandemic. They're trying to work to advance the proficiency of all students.
Yeah, ongoing disparity that we have got to address.
That's right.
All right, Karen, thank you so much.